just at the Staffordshire University Open Day today at the Science Centre. First up, we're going to talk to Mike at the university. Nice to meet you, Mike.
Hi there.
So first of all, Mike, talk to me a bit about yourself and your role within the university.
Yeah, my name's Mike Phillips. I'm the Associate Dean for Recruitment in the School of Health and Social Care, and I also lead for Open Days for the university.
Why are you at the Open Day today?
So today for me it's an opportunity to be here as part of the School of Health and Social Care to inform our visitors about the great careers that are available within health and social care and the opportunities that we've got for them here at Staffordshire University to train in careers as diverse as nursing and midwifery through to social work, health and social care, paramedic science.
Why is it important to have an open day?
I think this is the real opportunity for potential students to come along and get a real handle on what these courses are all about, speak to people who deliver them every day, and get an opportunity to chat to students who are doing these courses at the moment, to get a real life view of what things are like.
Lastly, Mike, do you have any advice for students watching this?
Yeah, my advice would be don't leave here today with questions still in your mind. If you've got something you want to know, don't walk out the door until you've got an answer to it or you've found somebody that's going to give you an answer to it at some point.
Thank you very much.
Okay, good to speak to you.
Good to speak to you. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Cedric Belloc. I'm the Head of Design and Engineering here at Staffordshire University.
Great. So what's your role within the university today in the Open Day?
I'm only here to setting up the stand and then also guiding prospective students to our talks, which is happening at 12 o'clock, and then also giving them some advice on their prospective careers.
Why is it important to have an open day for potential students?
So it's quite important, so that they could meet, lecturers and then also student ambassadors. They could see some real life, applications going around also all our facilities as well. So which is quite an important factor when the student needs to choose, which particular award to choose.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So next off, we're going to talk to a student ambassador of the university. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Daisy.
Hi, Daisy. So, Daisy, what do you do at the university today as your role as a student ambassador?
So, I'm here as a subject representative for English and Creative Writing. I'm currently on the English degree, the 2-year fast track. So, I'm here to talk to potential students, give them a bit of an idea of what the degree's about, answer any questions they might have about the university.
Yeah, so being a fellow student yourself, what are the top tips that you give students talking to yourself today?
I'd say the most important thing about choosing a university is expect the best one for you, the best fit, and just to make sure you're really planned, really organised. That's been the best for me. Giving myself little deadlines to achieve.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thanks.
The Big Biology Day is a brilliant community event. It brings biology to everyone around Stoke and the local area, and it highlights all of the fun and interesting things that we do. It's brilliant to get kids involved. They love biology, and so do we.
Back in the studio with me have Matt Sadler. How you doing, Matt?
Hi there.
So first of all, Matt, talk to me a bit about yourself and your role within the university.
Okay, I'm an Associate Dean for Recruitment for the School of Computing and Digital Technologies, but I'm also the lead institutionally across all the schools for admissions and conversion activity as well.
So what's your role within the Open Day today?
Well, primarily my role today is to welcome visitors to campus, and I also coordinate all of the activities that happen within computing and digital technologies, but also to be here as additional support for all of the teams, all of the staff that are hoping to give prospective students the right flavour and to answer all the questions that they need to be able to make decisions about their university choices.
Why do you feel it's important to have an open day for potential students?
It gives a chance for people to actually get a sense of a physical feel. Everybody can read a prospectus or look at a website, and it's going to give you some really useful information. But actually coming and meeting people, seeing the facilities, seeing the resources, looking at what support and guidance is available will help somebody be able to get a 360 understanding of the courses and course types and contents that they're interested in.
Well, it's quite a daunting experience for students, as it's the final chapter of their educational life. So what advice would you give students that come today?
Well, there are lots of strands of advice, but I would generally say 3 key things. 1, get a bit of information before you come so that it's not all completely new and you're having to find everything out on the day. Make sure you've got a few questions to ask. We're here to help. We want people to have the right information. So make sure that you ask questions of students, of tutors, but also of all of the support services as well. And also make sure you see everything. See the campus, take a campus tour, go to the talks, go and look at the accommodation so that you can have an understanding about what Staffordshire University is all about.
Absolute pleasure for your time and effort today, Matt.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Yeah, my name's Mike. I work at a company called FHL, and we specialise in business software solutions. So that's everything from e-commerce websites to accounting software, and we've got a team of developers, most of whom come from Staffordshire Uni.
And why are you here today, Mike? What is it you're looking for in particular?
So we're looking for all kinds of skills and different types of graduates from all walks of life. And you might be in a degree which isn't related to what we do, but I did a degree which isn't related to what we do, and I love what we do.
I came to the fair today because I knew that the next head office were going to be there, and I've previously done work experience with them, so I wanted to find out a bit more about their graduate scheme.
And did you manage to speak to Next, and how did it go?
Yeah, it went really, really well. I've been given a star card which helps me when I apply for a job. I've also been given contact details, so yeah, they've all been really, really helpful.
Yeah, so my name's Katie. I'm originally from Stoke. Came back to Stoke earlier on this year, having served 13 years in the British Army. Now work at Bet365 as their graduate recruitment specialist.
Brilliant. And from a student skills perspective, what skills are you looking for in students?
So for me personally, from the technology front, we're looking at that computer science, those STEM background degrees with those transferable skills. From the business side of Bet365, we're looking at media, finance, any sort of degree background to go into operations management, just enthusiastic, motivated, intelligent individuals really.
I'm on a computer science foundation year, 4 years.
Brilliant. And why have you decided to come to the fair today?
Well, there's 2 fairs on this week. One was for placements and part-time experience, and this one's for sort of graduates and you know, placements itself as well. Well, I think it's a massive opportunity that you're missing out on because you know, these links that you can make now, even at my stage, are invaluable. You know, before I started university, I was working in a warehouse. And the only reason I did that is because of an agency, again, JobLink. But these fairs, they offer more than just a chance to speak to somebody. They offer an inspirational look at how people can work in certain environments and whether you've got the right mindset to do that.
So we, as an ex-Staffordshire University student, I knew that Staffordshire had a strong IT focus within the university, and we look to recruit at least 20 graduates and placements a year within the IT department. We do recruit across the other areas, but predominantly we're looking for people in that area at the moment. It's been a good fair. Seems to be very, very busy, which has been excellent for us.
I'm in a career development store, and with me I have Julia. How you doing, Julia?
Hi.
Nice to meet you. So first of all, Julia, talk to me a bit about yourself and your role within the university.
So I work for the Careers and Personal Development team. So within my role, I help students to find jobs while they're studying, and again when it's time to leave. And that includes placements as well. So a lot of students have got a 12-month placement as part of their course, and as a team we assist them on finding that placement, applying for that placement, and then hopefully celebrating when they get that placement.
What's your role within the Open Day today?
So within the Open Day today, what I'm doing is speaking to potential students and their families about what it is that they want to do in the future, and making sure that they're applying for the right sort of course for them.
Why is it important to have an open day for potential students?
I think it's very important to have an open day. It's very important for people to come and visit on an open day, either once or twice or more times if they want to check that it's the right place for them, it's the right course for them, so that they're perfectly happy when they start.
What advice would you give to students that are watching this?
I would say come and visit the campus, walk around, speak to the ambassadors. The students that are dressed in red are able to give them advice about what it's like to live here, what it's like to study here, and walk around and get to know everybody, go into all the buildings and get to know the lecturers as well. You can speak to the lecturers and you can speak to the services and make sure that it's the right place for you.
Thank you, Julia. Much appreciated for your time. Now with me I have Christian from the Student Hub. How you doing, Christian?
Very good, very good. Yours?
So Christian, for people that don't know, what is the Student Hub?
So the Student Hub is essentially the big information point that connects all the student services that are provided for students.
Oh, brilliant. So how does the Student Hub help students?
So essentially it's a really good way, because you can just come into the Student Hub and book an appointment if you request any counselling or if you request any enabling centre. International students can come into the Student Hub and get help with the visa and any other issues. So essentially the Student Hub is the first point of contact to students, between students and the university.
So does the Student Hub work with other departments within the university to potentially help students?
Yes, it does. As I mentioned, it involves counselling, it involves student enabling centre, it involves international student help. It also includes student union and chaplaincy.
So where can you find the Student Hub in the university?
So the Student Hub is based in a science centre on the Leek Road campus of the university. It's the big brown building that some people call it Roman bronze, but it's just brown building.
Absolute pleasure for your time and effort today, Christian.
Thank you so much, sir.
Next up is a VT of the Coffee House Sessions. runs the coffee house sessions in the university. Darren Clark. How are you doing, Darren?
How you doing? Not too bad, hey?
Brilliant. So first of all, Darren, talk to me a bit about yourself and your role within the university.
So I am a level 6 music and sound or music production and business student. This is my 6th year here at Staff's uni. I've been working in and around the university for the last 3 years, taking time out of my studies, and now I'm finishing it up. And I've been getting involved in live music here at Staff's over the last year.
So what's your role within the Open Day today?
So I'm just talking about the student union, talking about opportunities around sound and music, and just letting potential students and staff know what sort of opportunities are available in the classroom and outside of the classroom.
So with that said, why do you feel it's important to have Open Days for potential students?
There's a couple of things for Open Days. For me, it's about making new students feel welcome before they're even here, and it's about showcasing the university and letting students and staff be proud of what they've achieved over the last year or two, and being able to show that to potential students, and then being able to show those potential students that this could be their turn to showcase some amazing stuff in maybe a year's time.
What advice would you give to students that are watching this right now?
Students that are watching this right now, I would say go with your heart. Like, if there's something here that you really like at Staff's Uni, go for it. It's such an amazing university. I came over from Ireland and didn't know what to expect. Like, I was just leaving my home. I didn't know England. Landed at Staff's Uni. Everyone made me feel welcome. I found a new home here. So don't be scared of the next step. Trust in yourself. Trust in what you want to do. Remember, this is lining you up for the rest of your life and your career. And make sure you find something you enjoy. And if you're not enjoying it, you're not doing the right thing. So make sure it's something you do enjoy and something you want to do.
Absolute pleasure for your time and effort today,
Awesome.
Darren.
Thank you very much, mate. I hope you have a safe day.
You might know me as Dave Coaches or as Reg Cattermole from Harry Potter, and that's why I've been asked to the Stoke Con Trent.
So it's Lewis Gordo speaking, aka Blazing Beanie, just that guy from Harry Potter. I'm here today in Stoke-on-Trent, I must say. Absolute pleasure to be here. If you ever get the opportunity to get down next year, make sure you do get down because it's a wonderful event.
Hiya, my name's Tina and this is my store Little Bit Crafty, and I'm here today at Stoke Comic Con. This is number 9, I think it is. I have a wide range of cosplay jewellery, key rings, lanyards, all sorts of bits and bobs at affordable prices.
Leader of film, television and radio, Stephen Griffiths.
Griffiths, that's it. Yes, yes, yes. Get your teeth in.
Got there and then.
Yes, okay, that's right. Hello.
So first of all, talk to me a bit about your role.
Here at the university, well, my role here at the university is the course leader for film, television and radio. I also teach on the acting and screen course, and I'm also involved in the organisation of Comic Con, which we have here at the university twice a year.
So why are you at the Open Day today?
At the Open Day today, I'm basically representing and showcasing our film and media courses. Here at the university, we've run film and media and communications-related courses now since the 1970s, so we have quite a long pedigree in terms of studying these subjects here. And so basically, we're presenting our courses, we're meeting visitors, meeting potential students, showing people around our facilities and so on.
Why is it important to have an open day for potential students?
Well, I think for us it's about making sure that people feel comfortable and aware of what we do. It's also about finding out the courses, finding out about the kind of the teaching styles. It's finding out as well about the production facilities that we have. But I think the key thing is it's about making sure that students get a sense of how they could potentially sit within the university's community.
So why do you feel it's important to have, do you have any advice for potential students that are watching this?
What I would say is just make sure that you ask plenty of questions. I think the key thing is about coming to an open day such as this, it's about finding out everything from the course itself, finding out about who will be teaching potentially you on the course. It's also as well finding out from students what it's like being a student here at Stoke-on-Trent studying one of our courses. But also as well, it's just about getting the feel for the whole environment really, and thinking about how you would essentially study here, because the key thing is about feeling comfortable, feeling supported and so on, and that's something that you can pick up the general vibe from an open day.
Absolute pleasure for your time today.
Thank you very much, nice chatting to you.
Next up is a VT for Prof in the Path.
I'm James Treadwell, I'm Professor of Criminology at Staffordshire University.
So there's quite a number of reasons I think that gun crime is rising in the UK. One of those reasons is around the increased use of firearms by gangs. A lot of it is around self-defence, trying to protect themselves and their commodities from theft or from rival gang members. And as a result, in the major cities, that's why our gang and our gun crime is rising at the moment.
We used to run an exercise when I was at the University of Leicester where we'd talk to parents and we'd say, we'd ask them questions about crime and we'd set them some weird and wonderful facts, and there are all sorts of facts. So we simply sort of got this list of round about 50 and then narrowed it down to 50 facts that we thought everybody ought to know about crime. So there are some in there about sexual offences, there are some in about the abolition of the death penalty, there's one about the abolition of the death penalty. I wrote one that was about how life sentences work, because we often hear, for example, this mantra that life should mean life. And what few people actually realise is a life sentence does last for the entirety of someone's life. It just doesn't mean necessarily that they serve the entirety of it in custody. Criminology is a fascinating subject that unites a whole range of different subject matters. Economics, sociology, psychology. We can even look at the weather, when it comes to criminology, because riots tend to stop when it rains. Meteorology, there's all sorts of subject disciplines, and what criminology has traditionally been described as is it's a rendezvous discipline. It's a subject that brings a whole array of different subject matters together to look at the central issues of crime. That's who commits crime and why they do it, who makes the law and how do we make them, how do we regulate society, and how do we react to those social infractions. So when people break the law, when they commit offences, how do we deal with them?
So forensic science is really interesting to members of the public because of the media and entertainment programmes. However, it's a really valuable and important part of our criminal justice system, because without evidence, without forensic scientists, we can't, there's no evidence to convict suspects of the crimes that they might have committed, and therefore we definitely need more students to be able to pursue forensic science as a career, because otherwise we're not going to have the next generation of scientists in order to continue this really important work.
Stuff of criminology is policing, prisons, crime prevention, responding to serious crimes, but it does run that whole gambit between studying on one hand the motivations of serial killers, but on the other hand it's looking at, you know, how we might prevent shoplifting, and it can be a little bit more mundane and routine than some of the extreme things that we sometimes see. But essentially, if you're interested in crime, and I think most people are, criminology might well be the subject for you.
Well, next up is an interview with the organiser of Profs in the Path, called Nachi.
Profs in the Path is a concept where we thought we'd not only showcase our excellent researchers, but also showcase the world-class research that happens at Staffordshire. So one of the ways of doing that is to have a series of public lectures. So we thought about and discussed several ideas for the topics, and one of the things is also showcase our campus. So we wanted to have these series of lectures on campus, not in a traditional lecture theatre, but slightly different. So that's the reason why we thought we'd have it in a cafeteria where public can come in, have a bite to eat, and also listen to some of our fantastic research that we're doing here at Staffordshire.
Has it been as successful as you wished?
This has been fantastic in the sense that we have completed 3 series of Profs in the Path. The public response have been excellent. We have had full houses for almost all of the lectures, and we have covered all sorts of topics from glaciers to biomechanics to shoes to crime and guns. So we have covered a variety of topics that we do here in Staffordshire. Again, this showcases the multidisciplinarity of work that we do. It's not about various academic departments, it's about professors and associate professors working at a level, not only at international level, but also trying to have an impact at an international level. It's not just about research that we do in the labs or in the field in various subject areas. It's about how we create that impact to change the world.
Has Profs in the Path brought any of the university any publicity? Has anyone shown interest in joining the university because of it?
See, events like Profs in the Path, obviously it's public facing. We have got a lot of footfall of parents, students and local public come into the campus. They see our facilities, they have a chance to speak to some of our academics, and during these events we also have some of the academics who are on the ground delivering undergraduate education, so they have a chance to have a chat to them too. So in that sense, not only showcase research, but also showcase some of our research-informed teaching. Say, for example, in my own lecture, as a part of the series, I talked about shoes, I talked about diabetes, and we are one of the world-leading groups in terms of looking at tissue mechanics of the diabetic foot. And we showcase some of that research as a part of the series. And as some of the people came to my lecture, then got in touch. Now we have developed a research project, and which has then informed one of our postgraduate modules. So it's a link between research and teaching, and this series has been fantastic to make that connection.
Are you planning to continue Profs in the Path in the future?
We're definitely continuing Profs in the Path for the coming season. We are finishing off crime, and we are currently talking about what will be the topic area for the next season. One of the things is about not only showcase our research, it also has to be topical so that we have that public interest. And we have a variety of topic areas, variety of researchers, variety of research areas within the university, and it is to showcase that variety in these public engagement events. So we'll certainly be looking at some interesting topics for the next spring.
We now have the lecturer of forensic science called Rachel Bolton-King. Hey there, Rachel.
Hi there, nice to be here, thanks.
Nice to meet you too. So talk to me a bit about your role and what do you do at the university?
So I'm an associate professor of forensic science in the university. This is a really exciting opportunity for me, and this means that I lecture.
So I teach both undergraduate and postgraduate students, so right the way through up into PhD level, particularly in forensic investigation, forensic science, and I also conduct research with practitioners, not only in the UK, but also internationally, and we try as best we can to try and advance technology, advance practice, and hopefully create a more efficient and effective criminal justice system for societies of the future.
So why are you at the Open Day today? What's your role within it?
So today at the Open Day, I'm actually giving one of the talks for forensic investigation. So I'm meeting with potential new students and their families and showing them the facilities, talking to them about the forensic investigation course that we have that's at BSc and an M-Site, an integrated master's, and giving them the opportunity to ask questions, find out about the course, what they get involved in as students here, and really how they can get involved with and meet practitioners, network, and right the way up until graduation.
So what do you feel is important to have an open day for potential students?
I think it's really important for students and their families to be able to come to the place that they are going to spend the next 3 or 4 years of their life, to really get to meet face to face the lecturers that they're going to have teaching them, to meet all and see all the equipment, all the facilities, all the support systems that the university has in place, and to really feel like what it's going to be like to live here on campus, or if they're going to commute off campus to the university, you know, the area that they're going to be in, the environment they're going to be studying in, and the people, the students, the practitioners that they're going to meet on their journey in this new development of their career.
Finally, Rachel, what advice would you give students that are watching this right now?
So it's great if you're watching, and we'd really love to welcome you onto campus to really find out about you, about what you want to do, what career you want to pursue, and which subjects are going to be best for you with the background, the education that you've got so far, and how we can develop you to take you and enable you to succeed in the career that you want. And so literally I'd ask them to just to come to an open day, just to meet us, ask questions, get in touch, and go to as many different universities and the courses that you are potentially interested in as possible, so that you can make the best informed choice about where's best for you before you actually start.
Thank you very much for your time today, Rachel.
What is the Digital Garage?
So the Digital Garage is digital campus support in the university, embedding themselves right at the heart of where the students are in the student hub to help them with IT provision.
How do you help the students?
So we can help them on any topic they require, from basic start of term with getting onto Wi-Fi, helping with the software or their computers, and then leading on we do bite-sized training sessions, or knowledge transfer, whatever they require.
Apart from the student hub, does the Digital Garage work with any other departments of the uni?
So we provide IT support across all departments, so all schools and services, but basically staff and students across the teams.
Where can students find the Digital Garage?
So the Digital Garage is open Monday to Friday in the student hub in the Science Centre. Hopefully we are going to then become an electronic version as well, so you can get us through the app as well.
Right, thank you.
With me I have now Ben Granville, who works within the student services.
Yes.
How are you doing, Ben?
I'm okay, how are you?
Really good, thank you. So first of all, talk to me a bit about yourself and your role within the university.
Okay, I'm part of the student guidance team. So our role is to help students with a wide variety of problems, any issues, anything we can help with, course related, finance related, whatever it might be. We're just here to ensure the students get the best experience out of the university.
So why are you at the Open Day today? What's your role within it?
I'm at the Open Day. Firstly, just to answer any questions that students might have about the university. Our role, we get a good understanding about the different options available to students, so I'm here for that. And also I deliver a number of finance talks, so a lot of the times students will come to Open Days with a little bit of an understanding about student finance, so I just build on that so they understand, you know, what they need to apply for, when they might get it, and where that money goes.
So what do you feel is important to have an open day for potential students?
I think it's vital to have open days for students. I mean, it's that time they get to experience what the university feels like, meet members of staff, ensure they get the opportunity to ask the right questions, and get that information on a face-to-face level of what it is they want to do, why they want to do it, and really how they go about getting here to university. I think it's really important.
Do you have any advice for potential students that are watching this right now?
Yeah, ask lots of questions. You know, you're here, make the most of the time. All the information is around you. You know, go and ask the course tutors, you know, what do you do in year 2? What opportunities are there? Look at the different areas, look at the different facilities. It's a great opportunity to gather as much information you can about your future. It's a very important decision going to university. You want to make sure that's right for you and for your future. So it's invaluable, really.
Absolute pleasure for your time today, Ben.
Thank
Next
you.
up is a VT of esports. So we're now going live at Esports HQ with Stuart Costas. Are you there, Stuart?
Hi everyone, welcome to the Esports Hub. I'm Stuart, I'm a lecturer here at Staffordshire University.
So tell us a bit about the event we just watched.
So the event we just watched was the Esports Taster Day. Fantastic day. We had so many people here. We had over 800 actually physically come. We had both the LRV, which is a multi-complex that we use for club nights, but we also now use it for big taster days. Esports has got so large now due to the course on starting its new degree, which is exciting. So we had a lot of people come and join us from places like Plymouth, up to Edinburgh. It was quite insane, and it was an opportunity where we had a varsity match between us and Kiel, but for everyone to see what it's like in a competitive environment. But it was basically an expo day for families, a lot of families, to come and join and speak to everyone who's involved. As for our students, current students here that are being in their first month to second month, showing what they've got, and actually helped already and volunteered on the day. And prospective students as well with their families coming to see what the course is all about. And oh man, yeah, it was a great day, and it happens every year in about September, October, and it's just on that a day where the societies as well get involved and show off on that what we do at the university as a whole. So yeah, fantastic day.
That's great. So where are you based at the university?
The studio that we have is a brand new studio. It's a fantastic place. Like it's got the broadcasting equipment, some of the latest gear on that you can use. You'd find it in ESL, top places like Twitch. You've got places like BBC. So we give a lot of skills here that are transitional skills that you can find in the hub. You can find it on the top floor in Beacon. And it's the place to be. We declare it as the home of esports, and I couldn't be more true. Everyone that's walked in gets this great sense of proud atmosphere and it's fantastic to be in the hub right now.
Thanks a lot for joining us today, Stuart. Much appreciated. Now next up is a VT of Dog Distress Day.
Hi, I'm Janet Weaver, Head of Library at Staffordshire University. We're hosting a dog event today. We've done this a few times now, having the guide dogs in. The guide dogs obviously get some pleasure from it, from being cuddled, and the students hopefully get some pleasure from it, from having all those dogs to de-stress with. It's quite a well-known fact that stroking a pet can help de-stress, and as you can see from out here, there's lots of students getting that benefit. So I think everybody benefits from this, everyone's a winner. We do lots of these events. We've had other dogs in, but we particularly like the guide dogs because they love being here. They get so excited when they see each other, and all the students love having them here as well. So I think it just benefits everybody. The staff come down and we take the dogs around all the offices. We collect money for the guide dogs as well, so the charity benefits generally, but everyone has a lovely time.
Hello, my name's Anne Morehouse and I'm a volunteer with the North Staffs branch of Guide Dogs. We're down at the Staffordshire University today to do a de-stress day for the students, which hopefully will involve some of the guide dog owners bringing in their guide dogs to sit and relax surroundings, and it enables the students to come in and hopefully relax along with the dogs. On the day today we have 5 guide dog owners and 5 dogs, mostly of the yellow Labrador cross retriever. We have a couple of pure labs and we have 1 golden retriever. The ages of the dogs here today range from 3.5 up to 9 years old.
Now with me now I have Nova Bolton-Williams. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
So first of all, talk to me a bit about yourself and your involvement with the university today.
Okay, so I am the Associate Dean for Recruitment for the School of Law, Policing and Forensics. So that means that I work with our course teams, both undergraduate and postgraduate, to look at what courses we've got and what our students want, what employers want, and look at how we can make sure that our colleges, schools and different organisations are aware of the courses that we have, so that they'll want to come and study with us.
Why are you at the Open Day today?
So my role is to kind of oversee my subject area. So we've got a school stand with lots of my staff on, and also some of our students. So I'm kind of looking after them. But also I've been doing the university welcome talks as well. So kind of introducing all of our visitors to what the university is about, what our accolades are, what we do really well, what exciting opportunities they will have if they come to us, and then handing over to the students so they can do their student life talk.
Why is it important to have an Open Day?
So from our perspective, it's to showcase the amazing facilities and opportunities that our students can have whilst they're here. For applicants, it's really, really important because they need to know that this is the right university for them, the course is right for them, they want to know the people who are going to be teaching them, the student experiences, because some of our subject areas will vary differently between different universities. So you can't just go on what the course is called, you need to go and make sure that you speak to the universities and understand kind of, okay, well actually, this is exactly what you're going to be doing. Is this the right thing for you?
What advice would you give to potential students that are watching this video?
So my advice would be make sure you visit as many of the different organisations that you can, that you might be interested in going to. Don't discount anything, so don't think, oh, I'm only interested in this sort of university or this sort of course. Go along, have a go, meet some people, because you never know what might change your mind. And don't be brave, ask questions, and ask difficult questions that your parents might push you to try and ask, but get involved, because that's the best way for you to understand if actually this is the right place for me.
Well, next up is a VT of Staffordshire University Graduation Day.